This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876 309 6128. That's 876 309 6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876 586 0471. That's 876 586 0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing and nutritious. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How's everybody doing? I hope you all are doing well. I'm Simon Preston, and let there be light. Welcome back to Reggae Boys Commentary. This is the platform where we'll come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. So we're absolutely proud of our Jamaican internationals last night as they competed in the quarterfinals of the CONCACAF Champions League. Yep, that is right, the CONCACAF Champions League. Philadelphia Union were leading Atlas from Mexico 1-0 in the first leg of the quarterfinal, but in the second leg, it was quite a seesaw in terms of the scoreline and how things went. Atlas scored, made it 1-0 and 1-1 at a tie, and then Carranza equalized to a Philadelphia Union, making it 2-1 to Philly. And then Atlas, on the stroke of halftime, made it 2-1 and 2-2 in the tie. But Carranza, again in the 78th minute, ensured that Philly would advance 3-2. That's right, 3-2 on aggregate. And you guys know what that means? Philadelphia Union are through to the semi-finals of the CONCACAF Champions League. Can you guys imagine that? It's going to be Philadelphia Union against LAFC. So Damian Lowe and Andre Blake and Philadelphia Union will take on LAFC in the semifinals of the CONCACAF Champions League. Do you guys know what this means? Do you guys know what this means? This means that there will be an MLS club in the final of the CONCACAF Champions League. Yep, that is right. There will be a CONCACAF club, will be an MLS club in the final of the CONCACAF Champions League. Remember, LAFC, with all the stars that they have at their disposal, remember? Yep, they have a lot of players on their roster on disposal. Quite a number of them as well. You know, Jakupovic, who played for Switzerland. Yeah, born in Bosnia, but played for the likes of Everton and Leicester and Hull and Leyton Orient. Yep, he's in the LAFC squad. Right now, Carlos Vela, designated player, right? Chiellini, the Italian legend, Maxime Crepeau, Canadian goalkeeper, yeah, Eric Duenas, Kylian Acosta, Brian Hollingshed, yep, also part of the roster at LAFC. Dennis Wananga, who is one of the top scorers so far within the CONCACAF Champions League, he's there as well. Aaron Long, yep, quite a number of players, isn't it? Yeah, quite a number of them. Wow. Yeah, it's an exciting challenge because remember, you know, the semifinals of the CONCACAF Champions League is 2 legs, and the final also 2 legs as well. Yep, that's right. The final is also 2 legs as well. So I'll show you, you should see the graphic on your screen right now to give you a bit of insight into things here. So the final, the semifinals and final will be, that's right, 2-legged. So Leon, Mexican club Leon, will await the winner of the Motagua and UNL match this evening. Most likely it will be the Mexican club that will make progress. So it'll be Leon against UNL, and then the final will come up in late May, early June, thereabouts. So that is what we're going to see from that perspective. So Philadelphia Union will host LAFC in the first leg later this month between April 25th and 27th, and the second leg, the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th of May. So essentially, you could say 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now, Philadelphia Union will take on LAFC in the first leg of the semifinals of the CONCACAF Champions League. These are our 2 Jamaicans left within the competition. And why is it so important that they go on and win the competition? Why is it so important? Well, remember, by winning the CONCACAF Champions League, they will qualify for the 2023 and 2025 edition of the FIFA Club World Cup. Again, no Jamaican has ever played in a FIFA Club World Cup. It's a World Cup, and it's a grand opportunity for our players to play at a World Cup. Damian Lowe, Andre Blake, this is their chance. They could be at a World Cup before getting to the FIFA World Cup in 2026, so they could have a World Cup experience under their belt, rubbing shoulders with the African champions, the European champions, the Copa Libertadores, the South American champions, the Oceania champions, the Asian champions. This is a grand opportunity to do so. Absolutely fantastic to be rubbing shoulders come December with a creme de la creme in Saudi Arabia. That's right. The 2023 FIFA Club World Cup will be, that's right, in Saudi Arabia. That's right. Almost says, why didn't they start Damian Lowe last night since he started the last few games for Philly? It's a good question, but he's not injured. What I can say, hey Sean, hope you're doing, man. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing all right. How are you? To be honest with you, why I am not concerned about Damian Lowe's limited minutes at Philadelphia Union is because of this. Remember that we have a Gold Cup in the summer, and in the Gold Cup, we're going to play 6 games. 3 games in the group stages, a quarterfinal, a semifinal, and a final. That's 6 games in the space of 4 weeks. And remember, the group stages, you're going to play a game every 3 days. So for me, I have no problem with him saving that energy, that gas in the tank for the Gold Cup. So if he gets the odd 90 minutes here and there in the MLS and plays in the Champions League a half an hour, 45 minutes, that's okay with me. I have absolutely no problem with that whatsoever. You know why? Because for the Gold Cup, I want him to be at his optimist best so that he has all the energy in the world to exude game after game after game, and all the troubles and commitments that we have, rest, recovery, play, repeat, that whole entire system in place. I don't mind because he's already in good shape. He can manage 90 minutes. We know that already. So him not playing last night and him not getting the consistency in minutes right now, it's not something that bothers me at this point in time. Not at all. Post Gold Cup, it would. Because when you have a Gold Cup gold medal around your neck, you deserve to be playing week in, week out. And he deserves to be playing week in, week out right now. But I want that energy to be saved for the Gold Cup. Ellen Wynn says, good morning, Simon and everybody. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Where are you guys from? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Where are you guys from? Are you guys in Miami, New York, LA, Fort Lauderdale, South Carolina, Texas, Houston, Dallas, Arlington, London, Toronto? Where are you guys from? Vancouver, Saskatoon? Richie Richard says, good morning from New York. Good morning. Again, Philly do have 2 decent centre-backs. I wouldn't say that the coach made a wrong decision. I'm just wondering. I understand. I don't think. Well, I think they will, Sean. I personally think he will. He's fit enough to play. So whatever niggling he's having, he's fit enough to play. I think Philly can win it. Mr. United, you're in California? Really? We're in California. San Diego, LA, Oakland, Santa Clara, Sacramento, San Jose. We're in California. We're in California, Mr. United. Ellen Wynn says Mo Bay, Montego Bay, the second city where you have all the beaches, the fantastic hotels, Cinnamon Hill. Andy Bailey says, good morning from Jamaica. Wow, Andy, that really narrows it down. I mean, Jamaica is just like this on a map, but wow, you just narrowed it down. There's 14 parishes in the entire island. But wow, Andy. Mr. United says LA. Okay, cool. LA, cool. How are the girls in LA? Mr. United, you have to answer that one. Kimoy Nelson says, morning from Edmonton, Canada. Wonderful, Edmonton. You know, I've always wanted to go to the province of Alberta. Yeah, Calgary, and of course, Edmonton. What is Edmonton like? You know, I'd love to visit there one day for sure. But that's cool. West Coast, Canada, western part of Canada. One of these days, for sure. Definitely sounds good. Definitely, it's amazing. Canada for me is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Switzerland is up there as well in terms of beauty, for sure. So Canada, Switzerland in terms of the aesthetics, yeah, 100%. So that's what I'll say there. Dr. Joyful, I understand the points that you're making. I 100% do, but I doubt it's going to be a situation where Damian Lowe doesn't play between now and the Gold Cup. I highly doubt that. And remember that there are plans in place to ensure that we can have one or preferably two friendly matches before the Gold Cup itself. Hopefully can be the Saudi team. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so too. Well, he'll be okay quite soon. Eddie Guna says, up Simon. Up Eddie. How are you doing, sir? Mr. United is a high maintenance. I think he's gonna want a bit more like definition on that in terms of definition of high maintenance, or maybe even get the point. Eddie Guna, I plan to do a video on this later today, but let's just say that everything will be revealed tomorrow. Okay? So put it that way. Tomorrow is when everything will come to light. Okay? So hopefully that answers your question. No? You guys remember Breck Shea? Breck Shea, who played for the United States, he was supposed to be the next great thing. You know, scored a lot of goals against Jamaica at the under-20 level. Went to Stoke City after his time at FC Dallas, played a handful of games, went on a couple of loans, came back to the States, played in MLS. And he hasn't found a club for 2023. Well, last time we saw him was Inter Miami second team. Yeah, Breck Shea, man. Start the journey. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm aware he wasn't in the squad Saturday, but he was available last night. If the playing in Jersey, I'll be going. Okay, cool. Cool. Just say anything East Coast, you'll be going. Edmonton was bidding to host some of the. Yes, that is true. I did remember that as well. Right now, Edmonton, you see a lot of rugby sevens taking part there, so that's probably the only time you get to see Jamaica. Or we'll see in terms of the return leg for the Jamaica versus Canada in terms of the women's Olympic qualifiers. Canada is yet to announce if that will be in Toronto, Vancouver, or Edmonton. So once that information is revealed, we'll let you guys know. But I have a feeling it's going to be Toronto, but we'll see. He will soon. He will get the playing time soon. That for sure I'm confident with. And I know for sure that the playing time will come. So it's not something I'm worried about. So I'm looking forward to that aspect of things, you know? So most definitely. It's something to really make note about. I hope so. Need the Jamaican passport. That's the priority first. So that's where we are. So by winning the CONCACAF Champions League, Damian Lowe, Andre Blake gets to play in the FIFA Club World Cup. What a time to end the calendar year, because after they helped Jamaica get to the semi-finals of the Nations League and also qualifying for the Copa America, they will get to go to Saudi Arabia and rub shoulders with the Champions League winner, maybe Man City, Copa Libertadores winner, African champions, Oceania champions, and so much more. No, he does not have the Jamaican passport in his hands. No, Illinois. No, he does not. The application has been submitted. That is what has been done. So that's the situation there, you know? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it's a good look. And guess what? The likes of Andre Blake, Damian Lowe, they're getting experience because they're getting a lot of, traveling opportunities to Central American and North American teams. So look at the journey that they had from the Rona 16s, right? They had a trip to El Salvador. Yeah. And the quarterfinals, which is what we're experiencing right now, Atlas went to Mexico. The semifinals will be in the States. So they're going to go West Coast for the second leg. And then the final is going to be, well, one of the legs will be in Mexico. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah. So that's what I'll say. So that's the situation. I hope they win. I know the LA team, but guess what? You have two legs. So if you do the job at home and you get a draw on the road, just like what happened, in Mexico for Atlas, then it's something that can be done. You squeeze out a 1-0 at home and you get a 1-1 on the road. Bam, you're in the final. Is that realistic? Is that possible? Yes. And guess what? Philly will have revenge on their minds for LAFC for what happened in the MLS Cup final. Good morning, Teresa. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Richie Richards says, thumbs up. Okay. Yes, guys. So where is everybody in the chat? We had some comments. Some are in LA, some are in Edmonton, Canada, some in New York. We have some in Florida. We have quite a huge Jamaican contingency in Florida, don't we? Because, South Florida in particular, like Fort Lauderdale is like Kingston 22. That's what it's called, Kingston 22, because of the Jamaican population. When you're in Fort Lauderdale, it doesn't feel like you're in the United States at all. It just feels like you're in another part of Jamaica. That's how it feels as a whole. That's genuinely how it feels. But yes, this is the situation, folks. Brampton, Ontario. Okay. Brampton. Okay. So you're surrounded by a lot of Trinis, a lot of Guyanese. Oh, yeah, Jamaicans there in Brampton as well. Okay. You take the train to go into the city and go to Toronto Central. And then, but yeah, Eaton Centre. Busy place in downtown Toronto. It's compelling because the shopping mall, you take the escalator down. You don't take the escalator up. You take the escalator down. I guess that's because when it gets cold, you have the mall is downstairs just to keep you warm. Maybe that's the reason. But yeah, quite a compelling one. For sure. Yes, guys, so that's the latest right now. We're going to have some more content for you later in the week for you to be mindful about. But later today, I'll provide some updates in relation to the Gold Cup draw so that you're fully abreast with things. And after the information in relation to the Gold Cup draw, what I'm going to do for you guys as well is provide a preview for you for the big game tomorrow. Okay? So you guys can stay tuned and look out for that. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary for more content. Cool, guys.
This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices, infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing and nutritious. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471.
Hi, my name's Lee Williamson. Subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.
Hi, my name is Joby McAnuff. Subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.